Well, today's Wednesday, it's the 1st of February, it's 2023, and I'm out on my own. Anita's gone to her knitting group today, as she does most Wednesdays, so I've been left to my own devices. So I've come down to Palmanova, often asked about the Cas Saboners aparthotel, just to locate it, and well, that's where I'm starting. And I'll be going down towards the beach and pointing out some things on the way. So it is February, it's 2023, and everything's closed up here. But that will all be opening up a little bit later in the season. And if you're wondering when it's going to be open up, probably the best place to look is the Facebook group on Palmanova. Philip Blackburn does a great job of keeping us up to date with that on there, and also in the Calvia notice board, lots of information. So just walking past that, and I'm here particularly because I was asked a question about the Zafiro Palmanova, which is actually right next door. And again, another one that's closed up. But there's the Zafiro Palmanova. That's the entrance. They've been doing a little bit of gardening here. Look, one of the things they have to do most years is to trim all of the branches here off the palm trees, and they get cleared away. Lovely old olive tree down there as well. And here's the Zafiro Palmanova. This is a 4-star, and there is a further up the road actually, there's another Zafiro hotel, and that's just up and around the corner. And I was asked how far is it, how long does it take to walk to the nearest beach? And I said 5 to 10 minutes, so it's actually just at the bottom of this road, so not really any distance to go. Might take me a little bit longer because I'm pointing out things as I'm walking down. Across the road is the Baleares Nova apartments, and it's open on both sides, and this side seemed to be a little bit easier for people to be able to get in with wheelchair access. At the other side it seemed to be a little bit more tricky, but on this side there is actually an entrance for cars, and the entrance for cars means that it's a bit easier to get a wheelchair in. So I hope that was really a bit helpful. So this would be the way in here. You've still got curbs to deal with, and that's going to be a bit tricky. But I guess if you asked, they would raise the barrier there. And I walked across the road because I thought I'd probably be able to see a bit more from here. I'll just put the camera up a little bit. The hotel that's sort of in front to my right as I'm walking down is called the Rosa del Mar, and it's got a spa, and that's part of the Senses group now. And I was asked how far that is from the beach, and it really is no distance at all. It's where we are at the moment is between Palmanova and Magaluf. We're just inside Palmanova, but just the other side is the beginning of Magaluf. So where the van's trying to get through the metal gate there, that's the entrance to the Rosa del Mar. It's all closed up at the moment, so they're just doing their work that they would be doing normally at this time of the year. And it's not one of these high-rise apartments. It's got a limited number of floors, 1, 2, 3, about 4 floors maybe. And well, some of my family stayed there years ago, had a really good holiday. It's actually nearly now at the bottom of this road. It is almost at the beach. There's a few shops here that if you are staying in an aparthotel, or staying in anywhere really, there's a spa which has got a little supermarket, ferreteria. I doubt you're going to need a ferreteria, but there's a ferreteria on my left, and then a whole load of other shops and things that you might find useful. If you are staying at the aparthotel, you may be more useful going to one of the bigger supermarkets, but point those out as we come round. There's a bank here if you need to change money. And right in front of us is Papi's. Very popular during the summer months when they opened up. So the question was, where's the beach? And well, we can actually see it from here, but I will walk down. Just turn left a little bit. The road up to the right, and I will be going up there a little bit later on, takes us to Terrenova. There's a little medical centre here. Used to do the COVID tests, but it is private, so you do have to pay. Well, make sure you've got your insurance sorted. Just going to cross over. And now we're virtually at the beach. Now we've got this nice little walkway down here, which takes us to one of the 3 big beaches that we have here in Palmanova. Someone else was asking about gluten-free food. Well, San Lorenzo here has got it right there, right in front of you. Specialists in Mediterranean food, gluten-free. We've actually been here and had tapas. Really good tapas, excellent tapas. A little bit pricey compared with other places in the area, but very good quality. You can see right in front of us lots of boats on what looks to me to be a very calm sea. And I've not been walking very quickly, so I don't know how long it's taken. It's certainly not taken very long to walk down to the beach here in Palmanova. Isn't that an amazing sight? The whole beach to yourself if you come at this time of the year. The sun's shining and it's beautiful. So looking now towards the San Matias and the Santa Lucia, and beyond that there's another beach which we can't see, and then in the distance we've got the 3rd beach. So 3 beaches, 3 big beaches similar size to this in Palmanova, and I'm going to carry on walking up this way. We actually did come down here not too long ago because someone was asking me about the Tobago, which is the hotel right in front over there, and then we've been talking about the Hawaii, which is over that way, which is change its name apparently, but we'll see. Can't go past the olive tree without giving them a plug. One of our favourite places, the olive tree. Taking a well-home break at the moment, but we'll be back there. And just to my right is the Comodoro Playa, right on the beach hotel. So fairly quiet. What time have we got? It's only 11:30 in the morning. So Anita will be doing her knitting and nattering with the nitwits. I'm sure she's having lots of fun, and then she's going out for lunch with some friends. So I'm completely on my own. Well, not really, because I'm going out for lunch with some of my friends. So Anita's going out with some ladies and I'm going out with some chaps. I'm going for a lad's lunch. I think eventually there'll probably be about 10 or a dozen of us. A little bit of a ramp here up. and a small play area for the children. Just right by the Comodoro Playa now. Got a swimming pool there. Right in front of us is the area which is known as Terrenova, but I'm not going to walk around Terrenova today. Save that for another time. I'm going to go up towards Magaluf. So last time I made the video for the Tobago, which is now 5-star. I can remember going into the Tobago years and years ago. I can't ever remember it being a 5-star hotel. But there's another entrance, a gate which takes you virtually to the beach. Adults only. And apologies again to the Prince William EastEnders down below. Two really well-known bars. I can just about see them. Where that van is now, that's where the Prince William is, and just beyond that, EastEnders. Two great places, very well known here in Mallorca, in Palmanova, Magaluf area. There's some little paths you can go up to next level there. I'm going to do that. Not today. Tobaccos. I'm very much anti-smoking, so not one of my favourite places. But they do sell stamps. If you want a stamp to send a postcard, then Tobaccos is your place to go to. See now, there's a road that goes to the right and then a road that goes straight on. Well, the road that goes to the right takes you to the Magaluf strip, and I'm not going to do that even today. On the corner you've got Mulligan's, and there's various kebab and takeaway places, even bars that are open down there. And that's the Magaluf strip. I'm just going to go a little bit further up here because I want to go down to the beach. Just to the right, we've got the Flamboyant Caribe. Flamboyant Caribe, it's the hotel and spa. Lots of things on my left, but they're all closed. In fact, most things around here at this time of the year are closed, with just one or two exceptions. Get my steps up. It's very steep, this is, by the way. It feels very steep to me. And the road's quite busy this morning. Lots of people going in and out. So more hotels up there, down there, but I'm going in this direction. And now it's downhill. Oof. And what a fantastic view. Of course, we're actually going down now to the beach of Magaluf. You actually see a dog walker on the beach. They're not allowed during the summer months, the season. But I think that's somewhat relaxed during the winter months. A lot of steps here, so if you don't like steps, this route is not for you. Just watching my way as I go down here because I've not got Anita with me. Saying, be careful. There's no handrail either. Not at this part anyway. And this is part of the Magaluf promenade that don't quite make it to normally. So right at the end, and the sea is looking absolutely superb. It's getting quite warm. And as you can see, lots of places having a makeover. That's what this time of the year is all about. It's having a little bit of a makeover. Don't normally walk down onto the beach, but here goes. Just really so we can have a look along the length of the beach here in Magaluf, out to the sea, out to the island. What an amazing beach, really long beach, covered in a little bit of seaweed at the moment. That gets cleared off in the next few months just before the season starts, but it's left there at the moment just to stabilise the sand so the sand doesn't blow away too much. But that's all looking good. Now we're just going to have a little walk because this is a bit of the promenade that we always miss out. And it looks as though there has been a bit of a tractor or something along here doing some work, maybe delivering some materials. I've got my jumper on, I've got my jacket on, and I'm feeling very, very warm. It could easily be t-shirt weather, this could. Little bar just tucked away there. And next to that, the ice cream. Helados. And next to that, La Quinta, which is the beach takeaway. I'm referring to it as Calvia Beach. But the reason I've done this particular walk today, was because I'd received a message from Thelma, and she was asking me about the Sirocco Oasis, and it was somewhere which, of course, we've missed many times, but it looks to me as though they've been doing a lot of work here, because the flooring there is looking really good at the back and at the front, and that is quite a beam going across there. So that's the Sirocco Oasis. It's closed at the moment, of course, but that's a really big area, and it's looking really good. And see how quiet it is along the promenade. Very few of us out today. Here's the Happy House restaurant. It's a nice place for cyclists, nice place for walking. Souvenir shops all closed. Chiringuito, called chilling Guito. Nice little play of words. And then what used to be the boathouse, one of our places we used to go to quite often, is now called the Duke Beach. Another great place to sit and look over at the beach. And next to that is Robinson Crusoe's. Well, I think I could have left off the jumper today, possibly even the jacket. I'll know for next time. Just looking over the beach again. Really beautiful, sea lovely and calm. And we don't have the wind today, which is really good. It's that time of the year when the bar owners are putting a coat of paint on, tidying up things that was damaged last year, and getting the place all shipshape and Bristol fashion. So effectively what we've just done is walked down the strip, but we haven't walked down the strip, we've walked along the beach side, missed the strip out. We're just coming up now to Blackbeard's. It's one of the places we keep saying we're going to go to, and we never quite manage it. So maybe this is the year we're going to do that. Have a little bit more time during the day now that we're both enjoying our retirement. So, you'd think we would feel as though we've got a lot more time on our hands, but we don't seem to have. But that's a story many people have said. You won't know how you had time to go to work. And it's so true. We're the sort of people that do keep ourselves very busy with our different activities and different groups, friends that we have. So we tend to be all out and about doing stuff. And Anita's always trying to get her 10,000 steps a day in, and Well, I guess she's trying to get me to do that as well. So this is my bit. So we're just about halfway along the beach now, and I'm actually going to move back in. So I'm going to do kind of a circular walk today to get me back to my car. Just in the distance I can see one of the ferries making its way to the mainland. And so I'm going to say goodbye to the promenade just as we get to the wave house area. I'm going to go down here, carefully down the steps, and we'll end up at the bottom of the Magaluf strip. Usually when walking past places like this in the summertime, there's lots of music blaring out from them. That usually plays a bit of a problem with my videos, YouTube, and copyright. It's always a bit of a problem, a bit of an issue. But no music today. Just at the bottom of the strip here, this is the Magaluf strip, we've got the Guardia Civil, the police that are going to be enforcing the safety and security of everyone around here. And looks as though the Magaluf strip's actually cut off. Couldn't drive up there anyway. Some quite heavy construction work going on here. Some girders being fitted into place, and so they're having to close off this area. And they've actually been around and looked after to prune the trees. So the trees are all looking at their best today. As we go past the plaza, it's one of the constants that's been here for as long as I can remember. The plaza is a bar with live music. Back in the day it was Kenny Campbell that used to come and see. Lorry reversing out of here. Not sure where he's going to. The road closure down there is making life a little bit more difficult for some of the residents. Now he's going to do a turn round. So now the lorry's made its way out. We can see right in front of us the Sol Kathmandu Park and Resort. So that's the hotel there we can see. And next to that is the House of Kathmandu. And then behind that is the park, which has got things like mini golf and different activities which you can do, including a cinema which has multi-dimensional screens, so it's really quite an exciting thing to do. And we're just going past the new Pedro, so we're going to have to come. It's on our list of places to go to. Hola, buenas. Tattoo shops are open. The gaming shop isn't. So across the road is we've seen the hotel, and now you're just getting to what I fondly refer to as the upside down house, which is the house of Kathmandu. There's a whole story that goes into that, why it's upside down, but you need to visit to find out. Inside, it's I don't know how you would describe it. It's something totally different. It's a little bit like a museum, but it's not a museum. There are things that you do, and it's really quite an interesting place. We've actually taken school groups there in the past. Just going past Finnegan's, and if Anita was here, I'm sure we'd be stopping off at Leo's, but I'm on a mission. I've got lunch to go to in the next hour or so, and I've got to get back to the car. So I'm going to cross over here towards the House of Kathmandu. In the past, distant past, I used to make shirts for the House of Kathmandu. At least I used to put the logos on and actually make the shirt. When I had an embroidery business. So if we walk past here, you actually see some of the things that they have. And there's a nice bar area outside as well, which is quite nice in the summer. Across the road, we've got the cafe. We like to go there for a pepito de lomo, which is pork and cheese sandwich, bocadillo if you like, and a roll. And then next to that we've got Teddy, one of our favourite sorts of shops for those sorts of things that you didn't know you need. And there's the House of Magic 4D, and that's like a cinema which is three-dimensional, but the seats move as well, so you've got an extra dimension in there as well. And I've done that years ago, and it's quite exciting. And this is the mini golf. It's called Expedition Golf, and I don't think I've ever done that one. I've done the one in middle of Palmanova, which is very similar and owned by the same company. So I did mention right at the beginning of the video that if you're actually staying in an apartment here, you might need to do some shopping, and there's a shop that people who live in the UK for sure, in Germany I'm sure, it is a German store after all, is Aldi, and they have all the usual things, so you'll be very, very familiar with what they have, and the prices are good. So this is where the locals come to shop. So locals will come and do their shopping here, and there's a car park if you do have a car. They've recently put a barrier in there, which seems actually to have disappeared again, but I'm guessing that'll be back by the summer, because parking spaces become a little bit of a premium. It's not such a problem today. Camper vans have been in the news in Mallorca. There's an area of Palma just on the other side from where we are now, closer to the airport, where you'll find, I nearly said hundreds, but that'd probably be an exaggeration, but lots and lots, streets full of camper vans. And I'm not sure whether it's people complaining about them or whether it's just the fact that finding somewhere to live has become quite difficult here, because property in the Baleares is amongst the most expensive in Spain. That's one reason. So if you want to buy, it's very difficult, and it's no different if you want to rent. So renting properties in Spain is also very expensive. So so people have taken to these mobile homes, and they seem to be living in them. I'm not sure actually that that's actually illegal, but people are doing it because they can't afford to do anything else, which is something that the government has to address. And one way of doing that is to build more affordable properties. So some of the land that was owned by the government has actually been given over to that. One of which I did mention, and I will go down and video it because it's an interesting place, is an old barracks, and it covers a large area right in Palma, right on the outskirts of Palma, and it's been abandoned for as long as I can remember, so I don't know, 20 plus years, 30 years maybe, and apparently still in very good condition because it was an army barracks, so it actually is watched over, and some of the buildings are actually in such good condition they're just talking about cleaning them up, tidying up, modernising them a little bit, but using the same building, so not even to knock them down. But it'll be interesting to see whether that work gets underway. You can see down here some of the new work that's going on. My guess is that's not housing, I'm not sure. We'll investigate that at another time. Could well be housing. Another thing that I've been criticised about is graffiti. There's some graffiti. And one of the areas which the local council actually set aside for graffiti is the wall opposite, which is just below one of the big schools here. Some of the graffiti along there is quite good. There are some really good pieces of artwork along there, and then you get the thing that's on the steps that go up there. Really, I don't know, isn't very good. So yes, I do criticise graffiti. I think it's something that the local government, the local council, has to get in hand. So if you get your bearings now, I've just walked past the Aldi supermarket, and I'm very, very close to where I started the video at Cas Saboner. So I've walked around in what is really just a big circle, and hopefully getting all my steps in. It's a big wide road here, and all this part just to my left is parking area, so it's quite handy to know at the back of Palmanova. And here's the big poster about construction, residential constructions, 2 and 3 bedrooms, no prices given. And here's an exhibition that I heard about before Christmas. It was sent to the school. It's actually in Puebla Español. I didn't think it was there, but it's called Bodies, and they are human bodies up for exhibition. So they've been dissected, and they're going to be on view to the general public at this exhibition, which is on for over a month, from February to March, and they're real human bodies. Anita said, you can go and I'll go somewhere else. I'm not even sure I want to go. I don't know. I'm really curious about all things scientific, and I guess that is something scientific. But I'm not sure whether it's something that should be displayed, or something really you should take children to go and see. I understand that medics training, dentist training, and veterinary training needs to have this sort of education. And maybe we do too, I don't know. I'll have to give that some thought before I actually go. And then should I make a video I think a lot of people might turn off the channel if I start putting things like that onto our video channel. So anyway, it's a curious one, and I'll have to give it some thought. So we've just walked past Aldi, and we're almost back to where we started. This building on the right hand side is the Cas Saboner's aparthotel, I think. And in front of us we've got Palmanova right in front. Palmanova stretches out. Just up towards the left is where the Baleares Mimosa is, Mimosa Park. Used to be the Hotel 33 way back in the day. That's a long time ago. The road just going down there takes you to the post office. If you've got any packages to send, if you have, I recommend you don't send them because it's not reliable at all. We yesterday received a Christmas card from my brother, which he sent well in advance of Christmas, and we received it yesterday on the 31st of January, which I think is absolutely terrible, but it's not unknown. And people have sent us Christmas presents, and we have to go and collect them from the post office, and when we do, we have to pay to receive them. Because we're no longer in the European Union, we now have to pay for our Christmas presents, which are sent by our family. So I don't think it's worth doing. Just another point, just where the man is, just down there, there is a memorial to the Guardia Civil officers that were blown up on that spot a good many years ago now. And well, nearly back to where I started. I've just got about 100 meters to go. I'm in the shade, which is actually quite pleasant because it's been quite warm in the sun. So for those people who are staying at any of the hotels that have been on my walk today, but particularly the aparthotels at the Cas Saboner, just over there. There's Zafiro Palmanova, which is just beyond. And I hope this has been helpful. And one I didn't mention is the Sol Lunamar, which is on the other side there. There you can see this is the Cas Saboners. So thank you very much for watching. I've had a fantastic walk. I feel as though I've had a walk today, and I can go home not feeling guilty about not having done my steps today. I've done my steps today, and I'm going to have a good lunch with the lads. Thanks for watching, and bye for now. Looking forward to seeing you in our next video. Bye.